Hello, this is Jeannie Terranova from It's All About Yarn, Knit and Crochet. Today is house cleaning day because all the snow is melted away and the sun is coming out. There's been all kinds of animals coming to the door for some food. Sometimes it rains, so I'll put the Farrell's cat dish under that chair so it doesn't fill up with rainwater. I did that the other night because I thought it was going to rain, and this big, I think it was a pit bull dog, must have got out of his house because it had a collar on, and I seen it around a couple of times last year, and it just came and ate all the cat's food. But it went under the chair, its head, grabbed the cat's dish and lugged it out. I didn't do anything. I let him have it because I figured he was hungry too, and I was just going to get it after. But I looked and he left the cat food and he was gone. And I noticed he had it dumped all over my patio. He made a big mess and left the rest in the dish. Didn't even want it, so he's not hungry. And then I went to open the door and go out again later, and there was another animal out there, a great big black and white skunk. He cleaned up the mess that the dog made. So no more kibbles at night. Oh my goodness. This is a mama cat, and it's very rare to see an orange mama cat. She's getting ugly right now because Romeo is coming around the corner. There's 3 black cats trying to move in this territory, and she says it's her territory. He's a handsome fella. He's sort of friendly a bit. I never was able to touch him, but she's growling at him, and he's trying to get around the corner without her beating him up. I think she has kittens in a shed somewhere. Not around here. But he's all crouched trying to get away from her. Just a young fella. I think last year's, 'cause he's slim. Oh, he's winking at her. And she's not going for it. And welcome back. Well, I finished my shawl last night, as I showed you. It was a little bit on the dark side, but I did have a previous video on it, and boy, does it have a halo. It's so soft. So that's all done. So it's time for a new project. So I have socks on the go. My whatchamacallit blanket is on hold because I'm going to put some different corners on it, and I'm going to order a special yarn. And I think I'm going to make the corners into the virus pattern. So I'm going to turn the blanket, the whatchamacallit, corner to corner, diamond shape, and then I'm going to square it off and put the virus stitch around to make new corners for my bed. I think it's going to be very nice. But I'm going to order maybe a neutral yarn, and I'll put some of the original yarn through it for some stripes to make it match, some framing. And it should look quite nice when it's done. But that's going to be a while to get that finished. And anyways, on to a new project. Jill from Fiberfloozy Crafts has another episode on the go for the seasons of the year. And she's doing the seasons spring, summer, winter, and fall to make something. So I'm going to join in on that one. And I'm just digging out some spring colors of yarn that I have that is soft and fairly close to size, because I'm going to make maybe a tank top, a summer tank top. And I'm a size large, so it's going to, one skein's not going to work, but I want to put a few colors into it. So for spring colors, I'm thinking of colors from a flower garden or just the outdoors in general of what you would find in spring. So I got these yarns here. This is wound around because I made a swatch with it for sizing. This yarn here, I had stocked up. I'm not affiliated with Mary Maxim, but I did buy several of their mystery bags. And I got my yarn stock built up with it between them and Cambridge Fibers from Cambridge, Ontario in Canada. And this is Mary Maxim in Canada. And it's the first time that I ever received Caron Simply Soft. I've never had Caron Simply Soft before. And these two didn't have ball bands, but they're all the same. And where they're soft, I figured, some moss from the old house, where they're nice and soft, I figured that'd be nice and wearable. It says 4, but if I make it loose enough, make it airy, it's nice soft yarn for in the summer or springtime, I guess. So this is going to be my spring project with Jill from Fiberfloozy. And I have one of these left over from Mary Maxim. Now I think these are like $7.99 Canadian. And I had mentioned, okay, so this is Rain Shower. This is the yarn I didn't need in that shawl. And here's a half a skein of one where I took out the dark blue and the purple to put into the Seems Like Old Times shawl. So I may incorporate some of this, I'm not sure. This is roving because it's not spun. Well, it's spun very little, but the size goes up and down. I think it twists when it gets wound, but see, it's not really spun. And the size gets smaller and thicker, so it's like a roving. That's what I made the shawl with, and it's got a halo. It's so soft. It says a light 3. Focus. It says light 3, but it does go up and down. I'd say I could use it. Some parts is thicker, some aren't. So I'm not sure if I should just do a regular tank from the bottom up, or I could just start with a chain and go from the neck down. But I'm not going to follow a pattern. I'm just going to freestyle it. I'm going to take my measurement, make sure it goes around me, and I'll put the length in, some armholes and a neck hole. Anyways, I'll show you the progress as I go. I hope my mic wasn't buried. Sometimes I find it's hard to hear my videos in certain areas. It may be that phone holder. I think it goes across my mic, but it prevents all the shaking. So anyways, I did notice this with the Caron Simply Soft. There's like a black strand. Got wound in the machine. and a tangle. Oh, look at this. Uh-oh. That is wound and melted. Oh my gosh. That's hard as plastic. Uh-oh. Well, I'll deal with this. Hopefully it didn't take up too much yarn, and hopefully there's not a big... Look at that. Oh my gosh. Hopefully there's... Oh wow. That is on the side, and this is in the center. I think this skein is in trouble. Well, I do have another one. Let's hope it's not like that one. No ball band. Got some moss on it. No ball band on this one, but it's the same yarn. And this one I was using, and it didn't have anything going on with it. It's the first time I've seen that. It looks like it got stuck in the winder at the mill. Nice hat and scarf patterns. Yeah, I don't think usually that happens with their yarn. Wow. Okay, but anyways, I'll keep you posted what's going on, and hopefully I'm just going to go through that skein of yarn. Hopefully I'll have enough between the two of them, and I'll keep you posted as I go. I don't know when her project is ending. She mentioned it about a week ago, and I was still waiting for some yarn to come in. So hopefully I'll have some time and keep up with them. And until next time, happy yarning!